Hey, what's up everybody? It's KyFy. I'm glad you could be here. If you are new, welcome. This is a KyFy theory. And if you're returning, what's good? And this is going to be an Aquarius reading. So I would like to give a shout out to John Jones because you're the one who inspired me to even try to get this out today. So as soon as I saw the message, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it tonight. Just to see if I can, right? So that might be the message for all Aquarius right now. Do it just to see if you can, right? So, as always, with all of the signs, the reasons for the signs, I do a Tesla VFE infinity read. So, it's a little bit different. You know, there's the vibration, the frequency, and the energy. And I read differently on the same spaces for those categories, right? Also, there's going to be a number draw, so you can try to guess a number from 5 through 50, because these 5 platonic solids equal up to the number 50, and then at the minimum, of course, is 5. So you're going to get your 5 numbers totaling, you know, whatever it means for you. And also at the same time, you have attributes as an Aquarius. So these are the things that you do better than anybody else in the world as an Aquarius. Even me, I'm a Cancer sign, right? So you're better than me at these things that I'm about to say. But know that what I'm about to say does not trump who you are. You are above everything I'm saying. This is just a nice template, right? But before I get started, if you are interested in the reading, send me an email. The email is in my description below. It entails, basically, I'm going to ask you 5 questions. You give me these questions. It's honestly unlimited, up to what you want to say. You know, but send me an email about the reading. I'll give you an email back. Of course, you get all the details. So, and let me give a brief explanation of what the Zin-Finity Board is specifically. So, the Zin-Finity Board is an elementally energetic grid that flows on a 21-part circuit, housing all aspects of the mind, the all mind, right? In a still life fashion, and anything that you can possibly think of is here. So, it embodies all aspects of everything that you could possibly be going through, right? I know that sounds far-fetched, but stick with me, you'll understand what I mean. So starting off with the attributes of Aquarius, we have the perspective is I want, which is in, let me move this real quick. So you have the perspective of I want, right? Which is this box right here, this rectangle right here, right? The house is friendship, the fuel is wisdom, the focus is the Fool card, the power is the Star, the tool is intuition, the conscience is balance, is the conscience, is the conscious senses, right? So I say conscience. From now on, you'll understand what I mean when I say that. So when I say conscience, that for you is balance. So your natural conscience sense is balance, better than anybody else. Your clairsense is sentience, right? So let me get that real quick. So clairsentience is clear physical feeling. You actually feel the physical feeling in your body that others are experiencing. An example is someone having a stomach ache. You feel either pain or a sensation in your stomach too. You may be able to feel emotions, inquiries, where they may manifest in the body. So I don't know if it's like the doctor that seemed like a doctor. You can kind of prescribe what people have because it happens to you and you can feel it. So in a sense, if in regular living, right, when you interact with people, you can understand where the flaw might be or where the correction could happen, right? Naturally, the element is air and it is a fixed sign. What does that mean? Basically, the fixed energies within the home, right? So the air is of the heart. So your fixed energy is of the heart element, right? In the home. And your chakra. Now, let's just say there are more chakras than 9, but we're going to just talk about the 9 right now, right? because I know up to 13, and then I'm learning 14 and above right now. But yeah, so in the third eye consists of 2 chakras. It's not just the third eye chakra, right? The one part is the soul star. That's the light part of the third eye. The dark part is the earth star. So for you, Aquarius, is the light side of the third eye, which is, the soul star. So if that intrigues you, you should look it up to figure out what that is, because it's gonna kind of bring you to the third eye information, but it's something above it that might stick out to you. So just look it up. So I'm gonna just run through these attributes again. The perspective is I want, right? The house is friendship. The fuel is wisdom. Now the fuel for the house, that's the gas for the house that keeps it going, right? The focus and the power is like the bow and the arrow, right? The arrow you pull back for the power, the bow you hold steady for the aim, right? So the focus is the fool, and the power is the star, right? Your tool, which is basically your apparatus, your body, your skills, the things like that, and everything that you can use with your body, and your mind, your soul, your spirit. You're the apparatus first, and everything flows through you. The sword is an extension of you, even though the sword is a tool, a weapon, right? So that tool is of intuition, of the light energy, right? Your conscience or your sense, right, is of balance. Think about it like being at an equilibrium within your body, because of course, like if you're going to be that doctor I just mentioned, you need to be at balance to know where it goes off when you're around people, right? Then there's the clear sense, which is sentience, as I mentioned before, and then you have naturally your air energy, and that's fixed air, right? And lastly, we have your chakra, which is the soul star. So moving on from there, give me a moment to get these cards down right about now. All right, so basically let's start off with the numbers first. So if you guessed 20, then this is gonna be your lucky week, lucky year, all of it. If you're close to it, you can scale it down, right? So the numbers goes as follows: 4, 3, 2, 5, 6. Those are your numbers for this reading. And if those mean something for you, use the game Boggle. Just mix them up and see how it finishes for you. But in that order, it's more special. So let's see, in the comment section what you find, or what finds you. All right, so for the first part of the reading, we have vibration. So vibration consists of I know, which is the King of Swords; I want, which is the Hangman; I need, which is the Wheel of Fortune; I will, which is the Four of Pentacles; and I desire, and that's Judgment. So that is the vibration that's around you right now. These 5 cards. It goes by 555, so that's cool too, right? So as you know, this grid is elementally energetic in an order, right? So starting off with I know, this is the King of Swords. This is on suit. So let's get it for you real quick. So this is Head of a Heart, Discipline, and Truth. This is one of the most perfect cards you can have up here. And now, because you get all your desires, let me go find that 6 again. Why? How do you get all your desires? Because you know what you don't know. Because you've been through it. Head of a heart decisions. I'm not going to go after the same things. I'm not going to go back to my vomit, right? That's where you are with your experiences. And that means that you have less baggage than most people. So that shows. Because when you have less baggage, you have more light to carry. And light is easier to carry than baggage. And using that, you can understand with the discipline that comes with taming yourself, right? You'll get what you want. And this involves Judgment, which is a water card, and it's also on suit. So going from I know, we go to the Hangman, which is off suit. Now, let's get this. Now this is sacrifice, release, and martyrdom. This is willing to sacrifice yourself first for the contracts that you have with other people, and that deters you from going on your path. It's almost like there's a pit stop every time that somebody needs you. And it's a pit stop not because that you don't have to go to the bathroom. Somebody else has to go to the bathroom for the 5th time, for the 19th time. No, this time they hungry. Now they gotta sleep. But now you need to sleep because you didn't stop so much. You didn't went so slow, you didn't get nowhere. So this is the example that's coming up right now. Willing to be the sacrifice instead of going for your dreams and let that be the thing that trumps everything. From there, we have I need. That was what you want. I need is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is fire, and this shouldn't be here. This is also off suit. So let's get it. This is change, cycles, and inevitable fate. If you are the one creating your fate with these decisions, of course, there's an unlimited amount of ways that the devil can just pick and choose to be in your way. Oh, you're going to trip today. Next thing you know, you're going to miss your train. Next thing you know, this is going to happen. Next thing you know, your tire is going to bust. Next thing you know, this is going to happen. There's going to be so many things that are in your way, and it's going to be noticeable by your spirit. You're going to be agitated and aggravated and not anxious, but that brings potential. That's pain, right? That brings potential. So you have an unlimited amount of potential because you're starting to see with your experiences now. It's something about now. Something happened recently that you now understand it. It's epiphanies all around the board. So yeah. And these are 2 major arcana cards. And if you know me, major arcana cards are love cards. That's the movement. Love is movement. I give you flowers, therefore, and it moves you, right? I give you flowers and it moves you. Therefore, you figure out something to do in return with that energy. Romance is dead, but there is a use for it. Moving on from there, we have I will, and this is the 4 of Pentacles. This is on suit, so that's good. All right, so let's get this. This is conservation, security, and frugality. Now, there was something about you within your judgment. You said, no, I shouldn't do this. I don't exactly know why, but something is telling me not to do this. And that's when it becomes, you're listening to your spirit. You're starting to become more familiar with what your spirit's been saying the whole time. And instead of getting to that point where you say, I knew I shouldn't have did this, you're gonna be a fool, which is your Aquarius energy right now, your Aquarius energy, and do the foolish thing. Foolish in everybody else's eyes, perfect for your spirit. And if it's like that the whole time, keep doing it. So that was will. This is desire, and this is judgment, and this is water, and that is on suit also. So your will, what you're doing, will comes after judgment, and that's funny that judgment is here. So will comes after judgment. After you discern what it is that you're seeing, there's an action that can be done, and will is the love given to that action that must be done. All right, yeah. So judgment in a place of desire. This is reflection, reckoning, and awakening. Okay. This is about your faith with time. And, you know, time is money. And money, we love it. So we love money. Money is love. And love is movement, right? Time is money. Money is movement too. That's currency. That's flow. So when you decided to hold off and give time the ability to show you the truth, with your King of Swords right here, you're gaining actual knowledge. You're gaining actual lessons, not the fake lessons that the devil say, no, this is the way, go diagonal instead of going straight. You're still going away, it still feels the same, but it's something off about it. So you're not trusting that anymore. You're trusting it. You're into your spirit, and that's your instincts, right? Your soul is your intuition. Your spirit is your instincts, and your consciousness, your ego, is your judgment, your discernment, right? So now we are going to move on to frequency. I'm gonna move these down real quick, so just to match them up, right? These are the ports of frequency, right? Starting with the crown, what actually crowns the reading is justice. Very balanced energy to have as somebody who you're going to be at the beginning and the end of every day. Somebody who looks for that sense of justice. Somebody who's severe on themselves. Therefore, people who aren't severe on themselves can't even hang around you. That's who you are. Somebody who is afraid to not see themselves can be around you. And this is why everybody's been running away from you, it seems. Not top speed, but going back like Homer. Let me just go over here. This person sees me for who I am, and I'm not ready to take on that challenge. So they go away. But that seed is there. You gave them that seed and you did your job. So don't think that it's not for anything. So yeah. If I didn't say it before, this is the frequency. So after what crowns the reading is love. I love. That was I be, what you're going to become. This is I love, and this is the 7 of Wands reversed, and this is off suit. So let's get this. This is giving up, destroyed confidence, and feeling overwhelmed. Now, this is the space that you occupy with the money that you have and the time that you're able to use it and go wherever you want and do whatever you want with. It is strained. That's what this is talking about. And there's a battle. And you're not on top of it. You're not on top of this battle. But the knowing that you're not on top of this battle and the faith saying that nothing, nowhere, and nobody, that's faith, right? You're believing in nothing, nowhere, and nobody, but believing that that's God helping you. So that's God's tags. Nothing, nowhere, nobody. I love saying this because it makes so much sense. You're believing in that. Just by believing in that, you're giving space to push out and flush what was taken from you. So yeah, that's what this is about. Next up is I do. And this is the solar plexus. That was the heart chakra. This is the solar plexus. And this is the Knight of Wands. This is fire. And this is on suit. And that's good. So what you're doing and what you're thinking is right in this moment. As I said, this is a still life. What happened when you started this reading, your life was on pause. You see the menu, and this is the menu. Right now, you are doing and thinking the right things. That's what it is. So don't think that you're doing the wrong things in other people's eyes. You know, that's their judgment. And judgment comes from ego. So that's their ego telling you that you're hindering their plans. And you can just kind of make the story from there. So the Knight of Wands. This is action, adventure, and fearlessness. Fearlessness. Now, if fearlessness is here and what you're doing, that means that this should be on suit. This is the place of fear. We're going to find out. Is it false fear that's guiding you? Is it false confidence that's guiding you? Or actual confidence? But even the lie can be as powerful as the real thing if it's powering the right thing. So, yeah. From there, we have I feel, and this is the 6 of Pentacles, and this is off suit. This should be water. Right? So let's get this. This is charity, generosity, and sharing. Now, this is not generous. This is theft. And this is manipulation. And nothing about sharing. This is what you feel that you have to do. It's a belief that you feel that you have to do this. And you're only able to obtain 4 out of 10 percentage of your blessing because of it. And that's how much strain on your emotions it is. So next up is I am, and this is the Ace of Cups. So it's a false sense of confidence because of the emotions that you're going through. Now, you have good emotions and bad emotions. Right now, it's saying that the good, no, not emotions, feelings. Feelings are different than emotions. Emotions come from the spirit. Feelings come from... So the emotions of the spirit get manifested through your desire. And you have these feelings, right? because that's the difference. The emotions through desire power the feelings. But this confidence that's lacking here was they were lying to you and causing you to think different about yourself, which is a lie. But when you take that mask off, the lie was actually a truth, but all the power of it. So seeing the lie from a different perspective showed you all your power. And that's the power of negative people. They show you who you are from the negative side, and it's only a mirror. It only takes you to reflect on yourself to turn it into power. And that gives you courage, real courage. So that was the frequency. Next up is energy. Let me just put this right here. The air goes here. The earth goes here. So I'm gonna just put this right here. The ether goes here with Y, and water goes with the spirit. So let's continue. This is the energy at play. What's the energy at play? So you got the vibration, that's the vibe, that's what you're registering. The frequency is how it's affecting you. The energy is what's coming out of you. Or you see, like, you know the whole scope. It's like now you get the whole thing. You have the whole perspective, right? Trinity is important. So yeah. So let's get the whole perspective right now. And this has to do with who? Your focus. Who your focus is on is what everything is about right now. Who or what your focus is on. Or when. You got it, like, your focus is very important. That's the energy that goes to whatever you're saying that it goes to. So if your focus is going to nurturing and healing, those are the things that you will do with your body. If your focus is going to complaining and just being hurt, that's what's happening to your body. That's what the focus is going to. So the focus is like that Superman beam, but just imagine those Superman beams can go into each of these perspectives, right? If you focus on the perspective of your knowledge, that's better than focusing on the perspective of just feeling, right? The feelings is just gonna inspire you or keep you, in your feelings. But the inspiration turns those feelings into potential. So let's get focused. If you have been feeling scattered, now is the time to hone in your desires. Wow. Hone in on your judgment, right? Time to be direct and very clear with your intentions. Watch your thoughts, because you are drawing into your life what you are focusing on, right? Meditate on this card when you want clarity and directness in thought and speech. So you focus on that, it becomes magnetic. You focus on your feelings, you get more, it becomes magnetic. You get more of those feelings. You focus on your goals, you get more of those feelings and coincidences and chances and things like that. Your life starts to change where your perspective goes. So what I'm saying is, in this circuit right here, your perspective starts from 0, which is the At, 1, which is the crown, and then goes back to 0, right? So we're focusing on the right things in the right order right now. That's what I'm saying. So that's who. What involves the divine masculine. This is an energy. So if you just thought of a person, think above that. We are not facing people alone, but spirits and entities and all these other things. So you're seeing a person and you're believing it's that person. Go above it and you'll see more of the root issue, right? So the divine masculine is consciousness. The consciousness is the point right now. The ego is the focus right now. So let's see. The divine masculine is the embodiment of logic, direct action, and strength. In his most evolved aspect, he represents the builder, the protector, and the guardian. Drawing this card can symbolize that the divine masculine energy is needed to balance your current situation. It can also represent father-brother healing and the healing of relationships with the divine masculine in your life. So, the healing of the relationship with the ego. The healing of the relationship with your mental process. So, saying that I shouldn't be thinking this way. No, it's not this. No, it's this. It's not that serious. It's this. And that's the root issue. Because once you figure out the truth of it, it doesn't circle no more. It's completed. You know, that's how you finish the cycle. The truth finished the cycle. So that's what. When involves the mind, right? That was the body. That was the soul. When involves the mind. And this is grounded. I literally just got this in my last reading for what I literally just did. So maybe you should go back. If you're Aquarius new to this right now, go back to the last reading I did. This card came up right in the same spot. So grounded. Have you been feeling spacey or confused or unable to focus? Drawing this card means your energy is scattered or you are not fully connected to your body. Time to reconnect with your physical body and its connection to the earth. Meditation, being outdoors, movement, and root vegetables can all help you feel more grounded. Now, those are the things that you can intake. There are ways you can intake from the earth too, just naturally by just being in the environment. You can intake from the forest by intaking the trees. Seeing the trees in the green and the shapes and all that stuff really fixes your mind. Really does. You can look it up. Laying and putting your body, your skin, your sole of your foot on the ground, which is basically, you know, Gaia and all that stuff, and above. I don't even need to talk about it right now. So basically, we're walking on everything, right? God is everything that you can see. So we're walking on God. That platform that we are able to put our 2 feet on. You know, you go in the air, you come back on the ground, you kiss it. Oh, you glad to be back on the ground? I wonder why it's so safe. But grounding in general gets rid of the positive ions. Positive ions in your body cause inflammation, and that's bad. So not all positive is bad, it's good. The negative, even negatives in working out and exercise are better than positive exercise. Look it up. It's a whole thing. Next up is where, and this is always within, it's never without, it's always within. So where is within your spirit, right? And this is friendship. So let's see. A new ally, positive support, community, and camaraderie. Meditate when you want more harmony and peace in your community. Also used to draw new alliances and friends. Now, this is the Native American symbol of 2 arrows crossed, signals peace, friendship, and the end of war. The end of war with your own self. Your selfness. You know, you have consciousness, your selfness. That's what the selfness is. Your spirit powers your selfness. That's what I should have said before. Your spirit powers your selfness. And your selfness reflects feelings. When I get my app, all of this will be understood, and then we can build from it, because, you know, I'm only one mind. I can't wait until we're all on it at the same time. Now, that was friendship. Why is probably one of the most important questions in life. And this is like the 3rd time I got healer in this position. So you are a healer. Why? To heal. That's why. Healing is the reason. You are a healer. Fear not your own ability to be a light worker or a way shower for others. Drawing this card can also symbolize that a healing in its highest form is available to you now. If you pull this card in regard to a relationship or situation, please know that there is a powerful exchange of energy here. Now, that doctor I mentioned, that you being that doctor, and you have that energy of balance. The reason why you need to make sure you have access before you give is because your energy is going to balance the situation. If you have extra, that's what's going to be taken off from you in the first place. And then it goes from what you need, right? So sometimes you can be around people, but not for a long time. Maybe this is what it's talking about, because you're in a sense, they want you around to heal them in the background with the spiritual energy, with the aura, just you and your aura, right? It really does heal. Your positive mind, your growth, and your level of growth, being around people that are lower in their spiritual journey, pushes them up, but also stops you from growing, right? I don't think you can't unknow, so you don't get worse, it just gets infected. But you're a healer, so just sticking by yourself with this sense of justice fixes that source energy, fixes the source issues. Alright, so now for the next part, which is sound. So this is a VFE infinity V. Infinity, you put two S's together, right? So the two S's are sound and stream. So the first one is sound. Now, this has to do with the connection from these pieces to the black pieces. And in order to do that, I have to correct the energy to make it flow. And, you know, that's the idea behind it. So give me a moment to get these cards down. The energies I'm going to fix are the ones that are off suit. Everything that's on suit, even though it might have been a little off, a little harsh to hear, it was the right process and the right thing for you to hear. So let's see how to fix these issues right about now. Alright, so this is the part where we focus on correcting the sound. So your focus came out, so let's talk about what we can focus on. What this means is every card that comes up talks about the time and energy required to fix the energy, to fix the perspective in general, to fix the Etheral, to fix the chakra, right? That kind of thing. So starting off with the first energy that was wrong, that was off suit, was I want, right? And this started off with the Hangman. This was off suit, and then it went to the Seven of Swords. Let's get this. So deception, trickery, tactics, and strategy. Now, this is probably what's against you, but sometimes you need to fight fire with fire. So this is what that's talking about. And you're noticing that because if you're dealing with a narcissist energy, sometimes being narcissistic to them, they can respect that because that's their language, right? So it goes for any type of person. You speak that language, they respect it because that's them. That's their base language. Then it went from there to the Temperance, and it's cleared that energy with fire, right? So fire and earth is supposed to be on this side, and water and air is supposed to be on this side, right? So Temperance. This is middle path, patience, and finding meaning. Finding meaning of why you had to stoop so low, or felt like you had to stoop so low. That was for protection. Maybe the meaning was for protection. If you were tired of them attacking you in a way that you couldn't defend, maybe you need to fight sword with sword instead of just getting hit by it. You know what I mean? Fight fire with fire. And you realize that. But when you did that, you realize you didn't need to fight in the first place because now you know how to put the sword away. So yeah, you become passionate within yourself. If the sword is sheathed, that's the energy. That energy is going back into you. You don't have to fight. You just grow and evolve. So the next energy that was off suit was I need, and it started off with the Wheel of Fortune, and then it went to the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Cups. So I was hyped about it. I said, right? So Knight of Pentacles. This is efficiency, hard work, and responsibility. Now, this is relying on yourself instead of relying on God, and you're doing such a good job at stopping yourself. But you understand why you had to even do this in the first place. So knowing where you are, you know where you can move forward. So that's not even an issue. But now you know it. And you switch that pentacle for a cup. You said, oh yeah. Just like the answer is just like a oh yeah. If you said that recently, this is the confirmation for that. Oh yeah. I could just do that. Oh, I could just, it's easy. God makes it easy. And that's, you know, it shouldn't be hard to do. It shouldn't leave you in your mind. When God gives you not an order, but a blessing or a way. So the next energy that was off is the heart chakra, which is I love. It started off with the Seven of Wands, and then it went to the Five of Cups. Let's get it. This is loss, grief, disappointment. Now, I noticed it was a 7, then it went to a 5, so there's 2 of Wands left. So that's what I'm talking about. We're dousing down that energy of the battle and giving it up to, you know, the time it takes to heal, right? So Yeah, that's what that means. And then it went from there to the Three of Wands. This is looking ahead, expansion, and rapid growth. Now that you even started grieving, that's a floodgate at first. And then after that initial water goes down, you start to see where the sea level should be, or the level should be, right? And then you can start looking forward, because you have to get through it in order to go forward. So that's still good to have. And the reason why is this: fire and air support each other. Regardless of what's happening, it's supporting each other. So it went from there to the Nine of Cups, right? This is satisfaction, emotional stability, and luxury. Now, emotional stability in your space. Now, it doesn't mean anything changes, but what has been happening doesn't affect you anymore. And that's what that means. You are becoming thick-skinned, and that's great, because when you do that, your boundaries are becoming stronger. And then went from there to what cleared the energy, which is the Four of Swords. This is rest, restoration, and contemplation. This is putting it in God's hands and contemplating. Like I said, giving God time to show you what you need to do next. Giving time to that contemplation. Four of Pentacles and Four of Swords. See, I was even saying it. This is that Hermit and Hierophant energy that's kind of coming up right now. Mainly the Hermit energy. And I did see the Hermit. See, that's why I'm looking all around. It's crazy. I saw the Hermit right here. I was like, no, it came out. The Hermit came out in the place of I feel your emotions. So yeah, going from here, we go to I feel, which was the next one that was off. It started with the Six of Pentacles, and then it went to the Devil. This is still Earth energy, so let's see. Now this is materialism, addiction, and playfulness. Instead of giving it away, you became selfish. But your selfness knows how to deal with that selfishness. It's gonna say, okay, the way you got it might not have been okay, but I'm glad you got it because I needed to use this. That's what's happening right now. So the way you got it might not go right with everybody, but your spirit, your selfness knew it needed it. So imagine that your selfness has a consciousness like you. I'm sorry, but I gotta do this because I need this right now. So when you think that your spirit is taking over in certain situations, I'm sorry, I need to do this right now because something needs to be done. So when you don't think that you have control, wine and spirits, that alcohol, sometimes you don't have control. If your spirit is good, I believe that everything in this realm is neutral and you can do what you want with it. So if your spirit is negative, then the negatives are gonna heighten. If your spirit is positive, your energy is gonna heighten. The good energy is gonna heighten. That's what I believe. I know people say that alcohol in general brings on negativity, but I believe that a lot of these things in here are neutral because we can do what we want with it. It's not that it's negative, it's our intent behind it. We called it negative. We say it's for 18 and over. We say it does all of this stuff, so we give that negative connotation to it. But back in the day, when we were in the tribes, we used some of this stuff to do a lot of spiritual things. So we don't even know what we're saying. We just put new labels, which are demons. Labels are demons, right? Anybody who labels anything and says that label is over the soul, you're claiming a demon over that person, right? That was a lot. So moving on from there, we had the King of Wands, and this is fire. Let's get it. The King of Swords is right here, which you're knowing, and the King of Wands came up right here. That soul energy has to burn some of this away. Burn some of that materialism away and understand that you only need yourself. So when you did that, you're starting to reflect on your own feelings. Right? King of Wands. Big picture, leader, and overcoming challenges. The emotional challenge, of course, but the big picture is that seeing forward. And I forgot where it said forward movement, but there's a lot of horses over here, so you got a carriage. So you're gonna go places. And then went from there to the Hermit card that I mentioned before, from the Four of Pentacles to the Four of Swords, right? Let's get the Hermit energy. Contemplation, searching for truth, and inner guidance. Now, the will of the heart. That's what the Hermit is. You're going within to find out your true heart's purpose, soul's purpose, and things like that. That kind of thing. So that's what this energy is talking about. When you did that, you saw the big picture and you said, okay, I see this place. I gotta go through this. You are willing. And I can barely speak. So that's how I know I'm on the right track. That's confirmation. And we're from there to the 6 of Cups. And that cleared the energy. Familiarity, happy memories, and healing. What are you familiar with? What do you recognize as things that actually put better energy into you, that affect you in a better sense, that leaves you feeling good, going to sleep with a good mind, waking up in good energy? Recognize these things, and that's what you're beginning to do. You're going to look at it. You're beginning to be appreciative of the things that do help you. And as I said before, that's being magnetic to what helps you. So more will find its way to you. You are light in energy, and a magnetic energy. You're like a lighthouse. Hey God, this is where to put all the blessings. That's what's talking about right now, and that's perfect. So it went from there to I am, which is, it started off with the Ace of Cups. This is off suit, right? And then it ended off with the 5 of Pentacles. This is need, poverty, and insecurity. Now, you understand why you were frugal, and now you know where to put it. So it went from the 4 to the 5 right in the same area. These two energies are working with each other. Your will and your fear. So that means that that little bit of courage that you have and the way you're using it is perfect. Nothing needs to change, and you know that. So just keep doing, not needs to change. Things will change. But as you evolve, that's where the change comes. You don't have to look for the left or the right turn. You grow, and their temple grows.
Please charge.
And you get charged up. That's crazy. So the next part of the reading is the stream, the star stream. The same as the other reading, the same concept. So we start off with experimentation, expression, integration, transcendence, and ascendance. So these are the ifs. Now that you got the whole scene, the setting, the details, what's happening, and everything that you can use, what can you do with it? I can't tell you exactly, but I can give you if according to the scenario. So if I experiment, if I express, if I integrate, if I transcend, and then I will ascend. So that's a then I will, because there's nothing else to do but keep going and figure it out, right? That's how you master yourself. So yeah, we're gonna do this on the fly. And I didn't pick up everything, so I'm gonna use this card first. Like, this card wanted to be yeah. The talisman, I tried to draw everything face down, so what the cards that I chose, I was just guided to do it. And talisman flipped over, and I was like, nope, I can't choose you because I saw you, right? And then talisman came out, and I'm like, oh boy, you can't even make it up. So you can experiment with the keys that you already have. So the lessons that you've learned, you can experiment with that. So next up is expression. And 2 cards came up, nature spirits and soulmate. So you can express your love or feelings towards the earth or everything natural, dielectric, things like that. Look it up. Dielectric, D-I-E electric, right? D-I-E electric. So next up, well, naturally, soulmate is here. I don't even need to tell you about the soulmate. Soulmate, clearly. Express your feelings with your soulmate, or express to God what your soulmate would be able to do, how they would balance you. Find out, write it, how they would balance you. I do this, I have these flaws, and they would balance me this way. Write it out so God can, push all the other crap out the way, because God is going to give you what you want. Be descriptive, but don't, be honest. Honestly, being honest will kind of get rid of the deficits, Just write it out. Maybe that's a vision board you can make. The vision board of your mate. 2 cards came out again, and this is spiritual cleansing, which flipped over before, and then trust came out. So you can do things with nature spirits to cleanse your consciousness, your body, mind, soul, spirit, right? That thing, giving trust to the natural way of doing things, giving trust to the natural order of things, giving trust to divine law and divine guidance, giving trust to all these things. That faith is coming up again. Okay, 2 came up again, and this is jealousy and gratitude and transcendence. So you transcend jealousy, and then you realize what you want, and not being jealous because you understand that it only takes a plan to get there. Because you judged, right, what you truly desire, and you have gratitude for what you currently have, and that's nothing but pure energy that gives you all the potential you need. It's like, no, God is going to throw these blessings at you. Oh, don't talk to me that way. I've been waiting for you to talk to me that way. Talk to me nice, and you have been, so here's the blessing. So from there, it goes to ascendance, or how you can evolve. And this is safe travel, right? Safe travel when it comes up to your knowledge, what you know, meaning you're going to believe in what you believe and use process of determination with truth involved to cancel out all the lies. And this is how you travel that initial spark of ambition, information, imagination, and manifest it. That's how you do it. You give it that boundary first, that shell, that coverage. That information requires coverage because the devil can infiltrate and put things that aren't supposed to be there in there. You've learned the lesson, so don't let it get infected, right? So yeah, let's get these descriptions out real quick. So talisman, this is experimentation. The talisman represents new doors opening for you now. The new pathways are present at this time. It also invites you to find or create and charge an appropriate symbol, amulet, and or mantra to help support your current endeavors or healing. Meditate with this card to act as a powerful road opener to a new adventure or opportunities to discover hidden talismans of power, love, and peace. So a talisman, think of it as like a landmark, a spiritual landmark. Something that you have that like shows an award of the cycle done, or an award, or something that's a gift that may put you in a good energy. A lot of sports people do it. They say they have their lucky socks. They put their intentions and say, when I wear these socks, I play better. And then they play better because they're wearing these socks, because that's just what they believe. The power of belief is very important. And went from there to nature spirits, then soulmates. So let's get this. Nature spirits. The elementals, fairies, devas, and other nature spirits request your presence. It is time to venture outside and get into nature and recharge your batteries with the trees, the grass, the mountains, the desert, and the sea. There is magic that awaits you when you commune with nature. And I feel that when you go to the beach and put your feet in there, or stay on the beach, being with water makes you dream more, because the dream is within the spirit. And maybe getting a lot of air in the desert will put you in your consciousness more. Will put you in your daydream more. You know what I mean? Because that gives you the mirage. But that's a fantasy, which is actually doesn't really represent the dream as it should. So yeah, it went from there to the soulmate. Naturally, a significant partnership, soul connection, and a meeting of kindred spirits. Drawing this card means you have met a soul-connected relationship. While this can indicate a romantic connection, it can also signify a relationship meant to work together on a soul level. This partnership is special. Learn from each other. There you go. Learn from each other. Any person that God sends you is there to balance you. It's like the perfect math, right? You are what you attract. And if you're balanced this way, somebody's gonna come to you with this. you are what you attract, and that's what causes the initial balance that God says this can work because they're so balanced. So if you're very negative, you're gonna meet somebody that's very positive, aka all of us who meet people that are very negative, because we aspire to be positive, right? We're not positive all the time. We understand the negatives better than they do, and this is why we can't do it. But yeah, next up, that was expression. This is integration. It started with spiritual cleansing that ended off with trust. It is time for a spiritual cleansing of the body, mind, or spaces which you reside. This is the place of space, right? Your heart space. There is an imbalance, stuck energy, or heaviness in your environment that needs to be released before you proceed further. So, releasing, cleansing, that thing, grounded, pushing out, putting the things, good things in. This is about healing. Next up is trust. Step into the unknown. All may not be revealed at this time. Trust in unseen forces. Meditate on this to let go of all attachments or possibilities. Free yourself from dharma and increase your trust in your guides and universe. So, guides in the universe, when you put your trust in them, it gets rid of karma, turns it into dharma because of your actions. Your actions give effects that turn into beautiful energy, and that energy in turns give you dharma, right? Or, luck, chance, coincidence, for the beautiful things. Then it goes from there to your heart space, right? I love. This, it started off with jealousy, which now, you can't even make that up. Jealousy goes into the heart. Classic movie example. Somebody's treating you like these are the movies. You don't even want to play that game. Yeah. So jealousy. Naturally, this is the evil eye. You don't even need to see it right now. They don't need the light. They got their eye on you like that. Envy, jealousy, and bad vibes. This card comes as a warning that all is not as it seems, or maybe it is. There may be some jealousy being presented or projected to you at this time. Fear not, this is the warning here to provide you with enough distance to take the necessary action to protect your heart, mind, and energy. Distance, right? Sometimes the jealousy is within you. This is a powerful time to check in and see where you may be feeling inadequate or as if you are missing something. So, jealousy points out what you're missing. So, that's it. If you're jealous of a person, admit it to yourself and say, okay, I'm jealous because this person has this. Translate it to your life and how you operate, and what does that equate to? Then make a plan for it. Then that jealousy will subside, and you'll begin to have more potential and energy towards what you're going to, right? And what a good way to have the jealousy subside, by being gracious and having gratitude for what you have already. That is like the two opposing energies right now. That's crazy. A deep honoring is present. Give and feel great thanks now for whatever blessings have arrived or are en route to you now. Drawing this card invites you to share your devotion or outwardly express gratitude to someone or something for its presence in your life. Meditate or create a gratitude list, that vision board for your partner, right? That gratitude list for all that you are thankful for in your life. And maybe you need to light a green candle, because this right here is the heart chakra. This is the green area, so green candle. Maybe that's important to you. Maybe you have one up right now. And safe travel is green also, so yeah. So next up and lastly, the last card of the reading is safe travel, so let's get it. This is the area of I ascend or I evolve. The difference between transcendence and ascendance is this. Transcendence, a Pidgey, goes from level 1 to level 16, right? You get stronger, you learn new moves. Then it becomes a Pidgeotto when it evolves and can do a lot more things, stronger and all this other stuff. So you look different, act different, move different, and then you become a different thing. And that's how you evolve. Like, that's the evolution, becoming something new. So safe travel, a trip, journey, or even a simple change of scenery is upon you. Meditate on this before you start a new adventure. Move to a new home or take a trip. Being specific in that vision board. This house is going to do this because I'm facing this issue right now. But I don't want to lose the things that I actually have learned because of the new space I'm going to. So if you're specific like that, you won't lose anything with the blessing that you're asking. You are telling the universe exactly what you need, so you can hurt yourself, right? All right. Well, that was the end of the reading. I appreciate you if you are still here. Aquarius, you know that this is powerful. This is very powerful. The Fool or the Star didn't come out, which is what I wanted it to come out. But the Justice card did. And that is an air card. And you are Aquarius, so it still works for me. Plus, it's a major arcana. And that's what crowns the reading. So, if you like this content, if you like this reading, like, share, and subscribe. Basically, share it with your favorite reader or your community. You know, I'm trying to get this channel up because I have an app incoming. You know, as I grow this channel, I can get, you know, more to make this happen faster. I'm a person who, I have the idea already. It's already there. I just need the help to get there. And with your help, I can get there. Again, I appreciate you for being here. If you are interested in a reading, send me an email. As I said before, the email is in the description below. With all that said and done, I'm KyFy. Peace.